Oh, explain. Just kind of woke up, smoked a little cigarette, maybe a little butt. Yeah, it's recording. This is funny, you know. Here's my biggest issue. This is a device. I have nothing to react with, and mostly I'm just a reaction. Um, Here, I can't be that. So I'm taken away from my most happiest place. Because I'm actually just generally a happy person when I'm just complete reacting. And I can do whatever I want there. I'm impeccable. You know, I can fuck up all day long. But I love pacing. People dislike a pacer. I like to pace. You know, it bothers people. But, you know, over time, an individual learns how to uh, come into place with society, I guess you could say. So that's what I'm still trying to. That's him. Okay. So, played a little instrument yesterday. That instrument would be the body. It has many ways of playing instruments. Medium. Messing with mediums. You can consider the internet, this video, a medium. You get a few things about me. You can see my eyes. You can't hear what I'm hearing, but you get a general idea of what I'm hearing. Um, you know, so you have a few things to hone down where I'm at with that. I use those things to hone down on people all the time. So I exist in a river where it's a moment by moment arising of events, and as long as I'm paying attention to all of them, I can get a kind of a movie going of what's been happening around me. And obviously, I'm limited to what I saw in the movie. I can't go beyond that because I'm still stuck in this skull. And all I have are my five senses by which to depict the movie. So I'm stuck in a little wormhole, you could say. And I'm going through time, kind of like in that movie, Donnie Darko. I think it's called Donnie Darko, or some guy Donnie Darko in it. And he's got the rabbit, and then he's walking through these wormholes. Yeah, life can be a little like that sometimes. You know, damn the rabbit. That's a bad rabbit, y'all say. But everybody reflects differently. My reflection of the rabbit is like, Wukong. He's like, why the fuck are you even talking? Like, dude, you don't talk. You move here. You're doing things, and that's how you interact with the world. Talking is a waste of your time. But sometimes it talks. And it's a little comedic. It likes to tell jokes. I was always a jokester as a kid. I like to tell a lot of jokes. I like to hear people laugh. My jokes are kind of weird. They can be a little witty, sometimes dry. I test. But yeah, it's kind of life in a nutshell for me. And I came out. I do little songs from time to time. There's a certain individual that asked for a donation. Because I consider this putting something onto the plate that others may watch, which may then entice them to want to put something onto the donation plate. Of course, I don't make it obvious to find the donation plate, and I also, I don't say that that's, I don't say it very clearly that that's what I'm doing. There's a video I'm going to talk about. Most likely the only people who are going to see this should be family and friends. Anybody else beyond that shouldn't necessarily be entering the circle. Unless they're looking and walking in my path. I hope you listen to the song. It's wicked. I'm looking at every word. But at the same time, none of them exist. They literally mean everything and nothing at all. As a moment by moment horizon. Because I'm going to do what I'm going to do. As long as I'm doing what I'm going to do, I'm impeccable. As long as I'm being me, I'm impeccable. And while I may consider other possibilities, they are not real until they enter this. And so they exist as will-o-wisps of interactions that could be or could not be genuine. Because genuine is a very hard thing to find. Most people are scared of their shadow. Most people are scared of the shadows that the people before them created. Some people have never seen another person like leap 10 stories like Don Hinato. I have. Now, did the guy actually do that? No. But I met a man once whose control of their body was so exact that the movements they elicited, the actions they undertook, when Carlos Castaneda says Don Genaro flipped on his head and meditated, it literally means he met a man who was so strong neck-wise that he could do that and not fall over. It's the only way that could have been possible. I will exaggerate a little. I like to tell jokes. But yeah, if you're reading out his story, try and translate it a little. He's not saying the man did that. He's saying the man did something that defied belief. Yeah. Because most people just don't put in the energy and time. Okay. I had to turn on the air thing. I like to smoke. I ran out of matches. My mother hates smoke. The first thing I have to do. Obviously, the obvious solution is don't smoke. Like I said, I'm untouchable. So I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna light a cigarette. And I'm gonna rush right out that door, man. I'm being as considerate as humanly possible. And then, the reactions will become what they may. My world isn't really rainbows and sunshines for everybody else. It's rainbows and sunshines for me. I already know. Why are you so upset? It's just smoke. But I know other people are upset because it's and I wish it could be different. But it cannot be just yet. That is the nature of error that I try to navigate all my life. Well, I always tell people, you gotta carve it in stone. When you wanna write something, you don't say it, you don't pick up a pen. You wanna write something, a message for all time. You wanna dance with the devil. You wanna take advice from death. Well, you're doing it here, man. Here, what they say? You dine with the devil, you bring along a spoon, right? What's that even mean? It means, trying to get somewhere, you're gonna have to think really far ahead. And the only way you're gonna be able to think far ahead is to really be able to recollect everything that's happened to you already. Because in everything that's happened to you is a lot of the things that could possibly happen to someone else. And a lot of the things that could potentially arise in people who haven't even arisen yet. Do you have kids? Oh, I learned this then. I now impart it to you. So, usually I'm just reacting. I created Gabby to navigate the world and not appear as the actual ape. Because the actual ape, well, he's an ape. Not really the most amicable thing you could find. I mean, he's not doing anything wrong. You'll never see that. Not really an asshole. Hey, you'll never know it. For some people, most people in my life like me. Don't get it twisted. You know how it works out most of the time is 90% of the people are going to love you. There's going to be that 10% that are going to hate you. They're going to hate what you have. I've seen relationships break up so fast because of that kind of hate. Like, let's say one guy's with a girl, she's really hot. All of a sudden, all these guys are looking at her. And all of a sudden, in his mind, a problem develops. I'm like, well, shit, that motherfucker was thinking. And, I've seen it happening the other way. Where a woman, gets really upset when a man she likes is talking to another girl. It happens. I've seen it because somewhere in the world, it appears. The bigger issue with me is I can see it happening in real time, but that's a body language tone type thing. Obviously, if you don't say anything, I'm losing tone and words. But the body language is gonna say a lot. That's a face-to-face thing. You know? It's not like that video with Michael Jackson and shit. Because at first he's like, look, man, I think that girl likes me. You wanna know why? Because she looked at me. She never looked. He wouldn't have never thought that. So he's like, man, I just gotta find out. He runs over there, you know? He runs right into the bar, you know? And he just does the walk by. She's with her man, though. So she shows him. So he tests it. He's just gonna do the walk by. And you know, you constantly move slowly, never demanding anything. You know, he's not, you don't see Michael Jackson demanding anything from him. At every step he's asking him, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? But at a certain point, he also realizes that if he succeeds, Michael Jackson, he's got to face off the family. You know, think about the families, or they start competing with each other to see who's done better in life, so that, you know, they can decide which one is more worthy than the other. You know, so that whole dance is going to develop, right? You see Michael Jackson, he's like, wait, what's he doing? And he starts listening to the room around him and shit. And then he starts making music out of like natural objects in the room. You know, a person is moving a cup. Someone's sweeping the floor. Someone starts to pick the flower. You know, and it starts to develop for him where he should navigate this issue with. Because now he's got to bridge two families. And he's got to figure out, how's he going to do that? Without upsetting either one. He's not beholden to either. They weren't in the relationship. They just happened to be around it, like a landscape. Whereas, you know, it should be every parent's wish that when their children become adults, they live their own lives. So, what's the problem if they find it? And if, you know, because I feel a lot of people say connections get cut off over time because of these things. Do you not wish well for the one you? And do you know what that means? Sometimes it means that, sometimes it doesn't. I'm not going to paint everybody with one brush. I let them speak as they speak. Like any other object in the room. They will tell me what their effect is. And I will move that effect. Guided only by the currents of the river. But we also try to hide, because, you know, nobody wants to know I exist. That shit just fucking fuck. Everybody's got a name for it. There's too many fucking names. I get tired of being pushed into a fucking corner. Whoa. I'm nuts. Okay, that's the second explanation. I choose. If you're not careful, choose option B. B.